Keir Starmer has laid out his revolutionary plan for what he intends to do if the Labour Party win the next election. So what is he going to do? Slash immigration? Bring back a sense of national identity and cohesiveness amongst the country? No, he's just going to wait for Tony Blair. Now, given it was Tony Blair who essentially ruined modern Britain and turned it into the third world corporate soulless place it's become, this doesn't seem like the future bodes well for us. Now, as unbelievable as it is that people would actually vote for this, we have to remember the real reason that the Labour Party are a shoo-in is because the Tories have completely betrayed and sold out their base, and many people aren't convinced by reform because they just seem more of the same in terms of the city boy Tory approach. Henceforth, all Starmer has to do is pretend to be some unifying figure like Blair in 1997 and hope that people don't look into the insanity of his ambitions, which include insane ambitions such as this to make the UK the fastest growing major economy by the end of his first term while achieving zero carbon emissions by 2030. I mean, the notion that you're going to have net zero carbon emissions while booming the economy is beyond wishful thinking. The only way this is possible is if you outsource the emissions to other countries, and that means that you don't make a difference to the environment anyway, which you'll claim that the UK is doing. In essence, this means, despite Sir Keir laying out his first steps, which are on the screen right now, we're just going to labour under the same service economy we have now, ruled by big finance, meaning they want a mass of workers coming in all the time. In layman's terms, this means a high divide between rich and poor will continue, the cost of living will continue to be high, and mass immigration will continue unabated. But one thing Sir Keir has got right, like his political idol Tony Blair, is that everything is about optics. That's why when people state that he is aping Tony Blair, he welcomes comparisons between himself and the past Labour leader. The first thing he'd say about Tony Blair, other than he took his tie off at big events, is that he won 3 elections in a row. Yet it's likely that the Labour Party will get in simply because there's nobody else to vote for. We simply do not need more Blairism. We've had that since 1997, and even the Tories have sold out completely to it. As I've said before though, we need this to happen so a real movement can form on the right that is traditional and is of the interest of the people. If you want more insight on this, I'll link a video on the screen and below about how a massive swing to the right is likely to come after the next likely Labour government. Do check that out if you want. Other than that, please do let me know your thoughts below. Do consider subscribing to the channel.